please check the handout section of your control panel for access link. If you would like to ask questions, please open up the questions section of your control panel and type your questions there. They will be read at the end of the last presentation. If we're not able to answer questions during the time allowed at the end of the broadcast, please email those questions directly to vbr@volusia.org and we will respond. Each day's presentation will be recorded and uploaded at volusiabusinessresources.com. Now that the housekeeping has been completed, let me introduce our first presenter to you. Oh, I do this every day. Hi, my name's Katrina Friel, and I'm a business specialist with Volusia County Economic Development, and we are your hosts for today's presentation. Back to Brad. Brad Harris is a Volusia County business manager, and he's going to explain the development and the mission of VBR.
Thank you, Katrina. You make me laugh because you do that every day. Forget yourself. Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us today as we celebrate Volusia Business Resources Week. I have the privilege of kicking off today's Lunch and Learn session, the fourth in a series of 5 that are being held to introduce the many business servicing organizations that can be found under the Volusia Business Resources banner. In today's session, we'll hear from Volusia County's Chambers of Commerce, long-term supporters of entrepreneurs and businesses around our community. But before we start, let me address 2 questions that some of you may have if joining us for the first time this week. First, what is Volusia Business Resources, or VBR, as you may hear us refer? The answer to that question will become evident as our Lunch and Learn sessions continue through today and tomorrow. But before we do that, let me answer a couple things just to get you started. There are actually 4 facets of Volusia Business Resources that you should understand. The first facet is Volusia Business Resources is a brand, and it's a brand that will help elevate and expand awareness of the many helpful business-related resources and activities in our community. So it's a brand. Second, VBR is a comprehensive business assistance website where you'll find information and guidance to help navigate the challenges you may face every day. You'll learn more about that website shortly. Thirdly, VBR is also a community-wide partnership that explores and develops new programs and resources to help innovators, entrepreneurs, and small businesses. And then finally, VBR is a listening conduit. It's where the voice of small business is heard, consolidated, and acted upon to the benefit of the whole community. So it's a brand, it's a website, it's a partnership, and it's a listening conduit. The second question I'd like to address is, how did VBR start? Well, it started with candid conversation between a small number of businesses and some of our local business servicing organizations. And by 2021, that had become an annual countywide business survey. So then, with the survey input in hand, an affiliation of community partners joined together to begin addressing the needs and concerns that were cited in that survey. And in short, the VBR started by getting unfiltered communication from a large number of businesses into the hands of local business servicing organizations like those you're going to be introduced to today. So much has been accomplished because of the good response to that 2021 survey. And it's our hope that as distribution of the 2022 survey once again help us respond to the needs that you have. And if you would like to see a little bit more about last year's survey, the 2021 survey summary and the response to that, the things we've been working on, you can find that at volusiabusinessresources.com under the News tab. So with that as an introduction, let's continue our journey, and I'll turn it back over to Katrina.
Brad, thank you so much. We're going to take a minute right now, and we'd really like to introduce the VBR website to you that Brad spoke about some of the programs. One of the things that came out of that survey was a one-stop shop. You know what? I think I've set it up enough. I'm going to go ahead and share that with you. And here we go.
Welcome to VolusiaBusinessResources.com, a one-stop portal to help entrepreneurs and business owners navigate the resources needed to help propel their success. Once you've opened your browser, type VolusiaBusinessResources.com in the URL address bar. When you first open the site, you will be presented with an option to provide feedback through our survey. The survey will be updated with new questions regularly. Respondents' feedback to the survey helps us to develop relevant new programs. It's not necessary that you take the survey to access the site, but we would appreciate it if you did. Let's check out the About tab to learn what VBR does and how we do it. You can access the Resource Navigator, the Resource Calendar, and the Business Guides by clicking on the title of each on this page or by scrolling back up to the navigation bar. The Resource Navigator allows you, the user, to sort applicable resources housed in the resource directory based on your company's stage of growth and by area of need. This streamlines your search process by not overwhelming you with results that you're not looking for. The Navigator does that for you. For example, if your business is in the growth phase of development and you've expanded beyond your current footprint, you might be looking for employees, workforce, and a new larger facility. Once you hit the Submit button, you'll be presented with resources that can help you with your needs and contact information at those resource providers' organizations. If you click on any of the resources on the resource card, you'll be taken to a list of resources that provide that service. A user can go directly to the resource directory and search by subject title. Let's take a look at the resource calendar. The resource calendar lists events, classes, and webinars that provide opportunities for you to further expand your business knowledge and to network your business. Many of the programs you find on the calendar are free, but not all are. To use the calendar, simply click on the Select an Event Category button, and the calendar will sort by the subject that you're looking for. The calendar offers multiple view options by month, by week, by day, by calendar view, or by list view. The VBR team continues to develop and expand our list of business guides. These guides provide step-by-step instructions on different subjects important to business owners while trying to establish or grow their businesses. If you haven't found what you're looking for on VolusiaBusinessResources.com, you can always contact us directly. You'll find links to the contact page and the survey throughout the site. If you'd like to receive the most recent economic development news, there's an option for you to add your contact information to our mailing list. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the VBR website. The VBR team continues to develop new programs. Please don't forget to sign up for the newsletter to learn more.
Drinking warm water before bed erases years of damage to teeth and gums. People are healing decay and repairing damage.
Hi, I'm back again. All right, before I get started with all of the presenters today is Chamber Day, yay! And what that means is you are going to not only meet the people in your cities, in your regions that help the businesses, market the businesses, develop the businesses, but they are the fun people too. Every time they have some event going on, networking, education, this is my party crew right here. So with that being said, we are going to hand control over to the Holly Hill Chamber of Commerce President, Lura Wilhite. Lura, it's all yours.
Hey. Good afternoon. Can everyone see the first slide?
We can.
Okay, good. Founded in 1960, the Holly Hill Chamber of Commerce is the voice of business in the greater Holly Hill area. The Chamber implements a number of programs and initiatives that support our mission of promoting the interests of the members through advocacy, education, community, and networking. The Chamber is a not-for-profit organization with deep roots in the Holly Hill community. Our Chamber used the COVID downtime last year to rebrand. We took a new look, we created a new look, including logos, color scheme, and reworked all of our internal and external documents. Standards were created for usage, making it easy for staff and our board to implement the new plan. Doing so also created procedures that our member companies can use as they get back to business as usual. We rarely get a chance to make we rarely get a second chance to make a first impression. Rebranding gave us that chance. You will see some of the work here. Every chamber has as its goal to accomplish this business-oriented list, and most accomplish it. Our chamber wants to ensure first, we serve as an advocate to our members internally and with the city, county, and state. We watch for opportunities to educate members on trending topics, work with communities on their events, and above all, provide chances of networking in the modern world with social media, online communication, and the old-fashioned face-to-face meetings. Our advocacy starts at home in our wonderful city. Because of our strong relationship with the city, its officials and staff, we can help members with issues and get answers quickly. We are the constant voice in a city actively growing and improving. Every chamber educates its members. We especially educate in trending topics and things that will affect our members. As we work together, we identify solutions quickly because of our relationships. We get members involved and push for each member to attend our events. We jump in when an event happens by volunteering time and helping to coordinate. Like every chamber, we have that core group who is always raising the hands to volunteer, but we are always encouraging others to get involved. The city is our home. We want each citizen and business owner to feel the growing pride as we do our work as a chamber and as a city. The city manager, economic development manager, and city councilman all regularly sit in on our monthly board of directors meetings as well as our events. We get the up-close chance to stay tuned in with the city's activities and decisions. We share advice with them and they share advice with us. Whether you enjoy our riverbanks, our growing businesses, or especially our world-class pickleball facility called Daytona, Holly Hill is the place to be. With first-class event center, we will have a place for Daytona visitors to stay, with a RV facility going in close by, and be entertained at our center court for concerts, along with places to shop and eat close by. Come look around, join us, play pickleball, and start a business. We are here to help. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. That was fantastic. Our next panelist is the president and CEO of Port Orange and South Daytona Chamber of Commerce, Debbie Connors. Welcome, Debbie.
Thank you, Katrina, and thank you, everyone. The Port Orange South Daytona Chamber of Commerce was formed in 1977 by a group of business visionaries that wanted to work together to strengthen the community. The Chamber's vision is to lead efforts to increase economic prosperity for businesses and citizens. We currently have over 665 investor partners who share our mission to enhance the quality of life in the community by advocating for business development, building relationships, and supporting economic opportunity. Our primary source of funding is investor members, sponsors, and chamber events. You're invited to visit our website, pschamber.com, for an overview of the chamber. This website is a great resource for information on business resources, and Volusia Business Resources is one of our links on there now. Demographics, chamber activities, and other local events are also on the website. There's a business directory to find services and products available through member businesses. Collaboration, development, and advocacy describes the Chamber's action plan. We collaborate with organizations that provide information, resources, and solutions. By collaborating, we develop plans and lead efforts to improve the community. The Chamber advocates for businesses with elected officials and government offices, and as Laura says, we're very involved with our cities to make sure we're representing the business interests. We have an open dialogue with them to address issues and provide input. We provide opportunities during the year for members to meet elected officials to discuss issues. Through the Chamber, you can work with other leaders on programs to increase economic development, improve government relations, develop mentorships, collaborate with area schools on education and workforce development, and other areas of interest. Chamber members develop networks to exchange ideas, sales leads, and referrals. This can be through small groups that meet weekly or opportunities to meet larger circles at our morning mix and mingle on Friday mornings or business after hours networking events. The monthly events are held at locations throughout the community, giving sponsors visibility for their businesses or organization. For more informal networking, there's a Wednesday evening golf league. The league rotates weekly between a number of local courses from March until October, playing 9 holes with partners signed by blind draw. This is often called one of the Chamber's most popular leads groups. Larger events during the year include business expos, a restaurant and caterers showcase called a Tasteful Affair, the Chamber's annual meeting, and the annual golf tournament. We participate each year with the area chambers of commerce in the Mega Mixer that hosts more than 500 people from 7 Volusia County chambers. Great communities result from great leadership, and the Chamber plays a role in developing strong leaders. The annual leadership program provides 10 days of education on all aspects of the community over 10 weeks from September to November. Participants get hands-on opportunities to interact with local government, education, and healthcare organizations, learning about the environment, culture, and history of the area while building a team of colleagues and mentors. The Port Orange South Daytona Chamber of Commerce is a family of businesses and organizations working together to help the entire community grow and prosper. We're proud to work with other federal, state, and Volusia business resource organizations to use best practices as we work to accomplish our mission. And I'm very proud to say that all of the Chamber executives work very hard to make everything look so fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. And I probably should have spaced you and the next presenter out so that it didn't sound redundant, but thank you, Debbie. Let's welcome Debbie. Please, let's welcome our next panelist, the Ormond Beach Chamber of Commerce President and CEO, Debbie Cotton. Welcome, Debbie.
Hi, good afternoon. It's always a pleasure to follow my colleague, Debbie Connors. So it's not unusual that we're next to each other all the time. But
Debbie,
let's talk about the Ormond Beach Chamber.
Debbie, can I interrupt for a second? Can you turn on your webcam, please?
Am I on?
There you are.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm not sure what happened. So we have 654 members to date. We're located on 165 West Granada Boulevard, and our website is ormondchamber.com. Our chamber is 76 years old and growing every day. We are also the visitor center for Ormond Beach. We have about 3,000 visitors, people relocating to the area, wanting to start a business in Ormond Beach that come through our offices every year. We're real proud about that. Our mission is similar to my colleagues. We advocate for members, develop leaders, and promote economic development in Ormond Beach. Much like my other chamber colleagues, and you'll hear as we go along this morning, we all have programs that promote networking, building relationships. So I want to talk about what makes Ormond Beach Chamber a little bit unique. We have a great, as other people have already said, a great relationship with our city officials, our elected officials. We feel like the government chamber relationship is really what makes us strong as a community and helps promote our businesses. One of the projects that we collaborate on is I'm going to do a little show and tell, our Doing Business in Ormond publication that we produce with our Economic Development Director, Brian Rademacher. And it's really a Q&A guide to kind of help businesses understand how to do business in Ormond, or if they want to do business with the city, what the process is to do that and who are the resources available for them. Some of the other programs we offer that I think are a little unique to our chamber is our Teacher of the Quarter program. We promote our teachers and recognize our educators as much as we possibly can. This program's been going on for 20 plus years. We honor 8 teachers quarterly in their classrooms in front of their students and really make sure they understand the business community supports them and is there to help them. The other program we offer that was started in 2014 that I'm really proud about is our Rob Ritter Scholarship Fund. Its inception was in 2014, and since then we have given away 35 $1,000 scholarships. So now if your business or your employees that work for you are members of the Ormond Beach Chamber, they are eligible to receive this scholarship. It's not just for businesses in Ormond Beach. It covers all Volusia County schools. So applications will be live first of the year for that. If you want more information, just let me know or just watch our website. That'll be there. The other thing we do is our Startup Grind program, which is in partnership with the city as well. And it supports entrepreneurs in Ormond Beach and Volusia County. The goal of it is to educate them, learn from other entrepreneurs about their successes and challenges as they kind of figure out how to grow their business. Our BOSS program was created during COVID by accident, but it features its business owner sharing solutions. Part of the things we heard from members and businesses is they want more educational opportunities. So this is something we developed with the help of our businesses. It's a 4-person panel that talks about different topics twice a year, and it's industry specific, so we make sure we have all industries, small and large, represented. And some of the topics have been how to develop a workplace culture, how to give amazing customer service, and how to set business goals, just to name a few of them. We have Leadership Ormond Beach that's going on its 19th year next year. Again, it's a half-day program of 9 weeks, really kind of to educate businesses about the area. Our newest program that we launched this school year is our Youth Leadership Program, which is 18 students, high school students in the area that are going through the program. And our goal for this is to really, we've been talking about filling the pipeline to keep our kids local once they graduate. And this is our effort to try and show them the opportunities that Ormond Beach has for growth, career growth, so they don't have to leave after they graduate. So we're trying to keep everybody local. Some of our special events that we just had yesterday was our Women to Women Fall Luncheon. We hold this event twice a year. We had 250 people there yesterday to hear an amazing speaker. So we're real happy about that program. And in closing, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, as Debbie did, the Volusia Chamber Alliance. This is a group of dedicated chamber executives that are really passionate about helping Volusia County businesses be strong and successful. And we collaborate all year long for this program. And we're just happy to be a part of it. So thank you. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks, Katrina.
Thanks, Debbie. That is some robust programming that you have over there. all of our chambers are just so amazing, and not to be left out is our next presenter, and that is the DeLand Chamber and Orange City Alliance President and CEO, Janet Knauff. And Janet, the floor is yours.
Thank you and good afternoon. I want to say thank you to the Volusia Business Resources and Katrina for hosting this event. We appreciate all the hard work and effort that has gone into this initiative. It's actually a real pleasure to be here alongside all of my chamber colleagues who I so value, and I do love the way that we work together, especially through our Volusia Chamber Alliance. So for my presentation today, I hope to answer one question for you. DeLand Area Chamber of Commerce and Orange City Alliance, who are you? There's a saying that we have in the chamber world that if you've seen one chamber, you've seen one chamber, and that is so accurate. While our organizations are structured the same, each of us are unique based on our members' interests and needs, our geographical area, and our missions. So today I will share with you three things. First, a snippet of our past, a snapshot of who we are today, and I'm even going to share our secret sauce. So first, a snippet of our past. The DeLand Area Chamber of Commerce was founded in 1890. And don't worry, I'll do the math for you. That's 132 years. And as anyone who likes and prefers to age gracefully, we don't say old, we prefer 132 years strong. We're a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization that sees our role as educating and informing our members so they may make their own decisions and choices. As the largest business network in the region, we serve the 14 communities that make up the west side of Volusia County. Our main office is located in the county seat of DeLand on the second floor of City Hall. We also have 3 satellite offices located in Orange City, DeBerry, and Daytona. So next, I'm going to give you a snapshot by the numbers of who we are today. So it's no secret that there's incredible growth happening in the west side of Volusia County, and our chamber engagement reflects that. So here's a snapshot of our year by the numbers. This year in 2022, we have facilitated over 100 networking meetings and events, including our 2022 Hobnob with over 500 attendees, and we averaged 50 attendees at our weekly networking. We've hosted 39 ribbon cutting ceremonies and welcomed 149 new members. We've engaged our members in 9 volunteer committees, including 2 business retention and expansion committees that are made up of 25 members who have contacted and conducted site visits to 156 businesses in DeLand and Orange City, representing 3,409 employees. We've celebrated 37 years of our Leadership West Volusia program in partnership with Stetson University. And we're currently running 2 schools of government with 41 students enrolled from DeLand High and University High. This is a 6-month program to learn about local government that culminates in a field trip to Tallahassee. And our partners are the cities of DeLand, Orange City, DeBerry, and Volusia County Schools. We've continued to champion our 2 chamber initiatives, our Chamber Women Empowered Initiative, which is a partnership with Stetson University, and the West Volusia Wellness Initiative in partnership with West Volusia Tourism. Our Chamber WIN, the Wellness Initiative Network, currently has over 190 providers in the network that offer complimentary and discounted services to chamber members as well as the community at large. We've maintained our long-standing events such as the West Volusia State of the Region around 20 years and our Keep DeLand Beautiful Environmental Cleanup Day, which has been around 40 years. We celebrated almost 40 West Volusia teachers for their amazing effort in developing our future workforce and awarded over $6,000 in supplies and gifts to our 4 Crystal Apple Award winners. We've recognized 21 new chamber legacy investors. We've doubled our chamber staff to 6 this year. We have 21 board members, 570 business members, and over 100 of those have been with us 25 years or more. This year, we upgraded to a state-of-the-art platform with cutting-edge digital technology that offers our members up to 99 digital ads, all included in their membership. It has a free e-commerce platform. It offers texting keywords and apps for all our members, a business catalog with a dedicated member support team, an online community welcome center, a virtual trade show booth, and a monthly ROI report. So finally, what's the secret sauce? It's relationships. Strong, sustainable relationships. We've spent well over a century cultivating our network, which in turn allows us to help business owners and professionals establish a strong network for success. We believe in authenticity, transparency, and we have a genuine passion for our community. So that's the 4-minute answer to the question, who is the DeLand Area Chamber of Commerce and Orange City Alliance? Thank you.
You know what? I have had so much fun. I have not stopped smiling since you all started presenting, but that was fantastic, Janet. Thank you so much. I have to tell you, so the next presenter that we have, being in the room with this gentleman, every time that there's a problem to be solved, I always walk away just saying, my gosh, he just is so insightful and can just laser focus in on a problem or an issue, and then clearly, here is a solution. I'm impressed every single time I get to sit with the Vice President of Resource Development for the Daytona Regional Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Ken Phelps. Ken?
Katrina, thank you very much for that introduction. I feel like I may not have to present after that. You did such a great job, so I'm very appreciative of that. I'm really thrilled to be part of this Volusia Business Resources Week. We've been involved with this initiative, I think, almost from day one, and I'll share some of the kind of background on that on the last slide of my presentation. But I want to start with answering the question of why the Daytona Regional Chamber, and in part, it's a mission similar to our other chamber colleagues. You know, our mission at the Daytona Regional Chamber is to advocate for a strong economic and business environment so that our members and the entire business community can thrive. And that's some variation of what you've seen a mission of most chambers of commerce. But I think for me, the key is the primary function of a chamber of commerce is to do collectively what you as individual business owners and professionals don't have the time to do individually. And so I'm going to share a little bit about kind of ways that we help you do the things that you don't have the time to do because you are busy running your business from a day-to-day operation standpoint. For us, advocacy is a cornerstone of what we do, whether we're working at the federal, state, or local level. We kind of see this conduit being two ways. We provide opportunities for you as individual businesses in the community to share your needs, wants, frustrations with our elected officials at every level of government. We also provide opportunities for you to hear from those individuals what's happening at the government level and how it's going to have an impact on your business. I think most notably, the best example of this, and it will kind of preview one of the collaborations I'm going to refer to, was at the onset of COVID. In a very short period of time, our federal government passed the CARES Act. It was 1,000 pages of legislation and a variety of opportunities and resources to help individual businesses survive a pandemic that we had no idea how long it was going to last. You don't have time to read 1,000 pages of legislation, and you may not have the background to understand it, even if you did have the time. At the Daytona Regional Chamber, we reached out, brought in a colleague from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce who was an expert on this, had been following this very closely to help individual businesses navigate. What do I need to do? What are the resources available for me to help get through an unprecedented, really challenging time in business? We advocate at the state and local level as well. Just this past summer, we hosted 4 candidate forums to help our members become informed on candidates for state legislature, for the county council, and for the school board. They all serve different functions, but they are all equally important in terms of how they have an impact on our businesses. In addition to advocacy, we're really proud of our efforts in the workforce development world. We have built a very strong relationship with Volusia County Schools, and in partnership with CareerSource Flagler Volusia, we are providing the youth science skills assessment to students in Volusia County's middle schools and high schools at this point at no cost to the district. And in a nutshell, what youth science does is provide a web-based skills assessment that helps the students discover their innate skill sets. What is it that they're good at naturally? The magic of U-Science is takes those skill sets, and the students are measured across about 14 metrics. And rather than telling a student they're smart enough to do something or they're not smart enough to do something, what this assessment says is students who think like you have been successful in these careers. So U-Science has taken skills like visualization, spatial reasoning, logic, numerical reasoning, and have overlaid those skill sets with information from the Occupational Information Network, from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, and other resources at the national level to help students explore career pathways that set them up for success. Once they get at some information on, hey, what might they be good at, then they can talk about what they're interested in. If you have interest before aptitude, oftentimes it's getting the cart before the horse a little bit. So this has been a great partnership. We're in year 2 of this currently and have had great success rolling this out. Amazing data that has been revealed in this. And what we're finding is that the data, when the students take their aptitudes and understand what they're good at versus what they may have been interested at, they are more often directed to in-demand careers and in job sectors that we need in our communities and you need in your businesses, skilled workers. And this is an effort that has been about 2 to 3 years in the making. Again, slowed a bit because of COVID, but has had a tremendous impact thus far on our student population as well as our local businesses. We also have a fantastic leadership development program. Leadership Daytona, we just graduated the 42nd class of that program. It's a program we do annually. It launched in 1981, and our alumni are a who's who of community leaders. The purpose for Leadership Daytona really is twofold from your perspective as a business owner. The first piece would be identifying individuals in your organization who either are established leaders and new to the community, or emerging leaders who need a little bit of growth and development. So the Leadership Daytona program will take them through about 13 weeks of content, introduce them to a cohort of other established and emerging leaders in the community, but help develop their leadership skills so they can make your business more successful. The other part of the mission for Leadership Daytona is to develop a pool of talent that can serve in a servant leadership role in various areas through the community. That might be running for public office. It might be holding a city council or a city commission seat. It may be serving on a board of directors for one of our many nonprofits in the community. Our nonprofits fill such a critical role, and they need good leaders to help guide their organizations so that need is fulfilled throughout the region. The last point I want to touch on for the Daytona Regional Chamber is the collaboration. Debbie, Janet, I think everybody has mentioned it to this point. The Volusia County Chamber Alliance is 7 chambers throughout Volusia County that all work well together. And I alluded to the information on the CARES Act earlier. Unbeknownst to us, when we reached out to the U.S. Chamber in, I think it was early April of 2020, Debbie Cotton and her colleagues at the Ormond Chamber had done the same. And rather than compete or try to claim individual credit for that, we put our efforts together and provided 2 opportunities for local businesses to get information to help them navigate that thousands of pages of legislation. And we put it out under the Chamber Alliance banner. And I can tell you that all of the chamber executives and even down into their teams collaborate so well. And trust me, you're fortunate in Volusia County to have that, because it's not like that everywhere else. To the point that the Volusia County Chamber Alliance has actually been used as a model for alliances in other parts of the state, because folks saw how we collaborated and wanted to be able to do that for their own regions as well. So we are a model for the chamber industry in many aspects. But we work very closely with many other organizations, the Volusia Young Professionals Group, Team Volusia, you name it, it's across the board. There's several. But it's interesting to see this point come to fruition with Volusia Business Resources, because right around the same time as the pandemic was hitting at the Daytona Regional Chamber, we had some feedback from some of our members that they were struggling to find resources. And we had a couple of conversations with individual businesses and with some community stakeholders to try to identify, in terms of support for entrepreneurial endeavors, what is there in terms of an inventory of services and providers, and what's not, what's lacking. Brad Harris was one of the participants in these conversations, and through most of the presentation, I noticed Brad had a pretty wry smile on his face, and he came up to me after one of our meetings and said, "Hey, let's chat off the side a little bit to have this conversation, because we've been working on something very similar to this that got kind of halted and much by COVID. And so rather than, again, having pride of ownership, we absolutely partnered with Brad, Helga, the team at Volusia County Economic Development, because there's no point in duplicating resources. We don't individually have the bandwidth to all do the same thing for all parts of our region. So it's great to see this come to fruition. I will tell you that you can get more information about the Daytona Regional Chamber of Commerce at our website at daytonachamber.com. You can pick up the phone and call us. Any member of our team is willing to help. The one thing you'll notice is that there's not been an individual chamber who said, "Hey, you have to join our chamber versus any others." And I'm on board with that 100%. I hope that you would join ours, but I hope that you will join and support as many chambers of commerce as makes sense and is relevant for your business. As a regional chamber, we get into some different things, but if you're in Port Orange, I would hope you would join ours, and I would hope you would support Debbie Connors and her team at the Port Orange South Daytona Chamber. And I would say the same about DeLand and Ormond Beach and West Volusia and Southeast Volusia. It's a fantastic collaborative atmosphere in this area. It's a great place to do business. We have a lot going for us, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes in the future so that we're able to recruit new businesses to the area and help our existing businesses grow. And so with that, I'll turn it back over to Katrina and just say thank you for allowing us to be part of this effort, and I hope we can continue contributing to its success.
Well, Ken, thank you. That was wonderful. You never failed to you never ever disappoint. Up next, I have the great honor of presenting Kennedy Jacobs. He is an adjunct in religion and philosophy, and he is also the Urban Chamber of Commerce president and founder. Dr. Jacobs, welcome.
Hi, good morning to our fellow colleagues as well as our listening audience today. My name is Dr. Kennedy Jacobs, Sr. I am the founding president of the Urban Chamber of Commerce of Volusia and Flagler County. I want to first of all thank the Volusia Business Resource for this opportunity to share and introduce to those of you for the first time the Urban Chamber of Commerce of Volusia and Flagler Counties. Well, allow me first of all to say, what does our community look like through the lens of those from the African American community? The Urban Chamber of Commerce serves what we call inner city. Some have termed in academia as Black communities as well. These communities are normally populated in blighted areas, filled with poverty, sometimes food deserts, but many times an overwhelming influence of let it be liquor stores, hooker lounges, all type of things that dwell within these communities. But we know within the communities, the lens in which we see, these communities are thriving communities with thriving business owners with aspirations to grow their businesses as well. One resource suggests the following helps to build sustainable communities: leadership and civic engagement, ecological integrity, sustainable housing, sustainable clean energy, recycle, picking up trash, create social well-being, economic security, and finally, investment. For me, it is vitally important for any culture, people, or community to create an environment where families can live, work, and play. This evening, as we are sharing with our colleagues on today and sharing this presentation, as an Urban Chamber of Commerce, it is vitally important to say, why an Urban Chamber of Commerce? Well, we are a volunteer partnership of businesses and professionals, and we're committed to working together to build a healthy community to improve the quality of life within the Volusia and Flagler County. The Urban Chamber of Commerce will work to accomplish these goals by championing many different functions: economic development, planning, advocacy for equity and social inclusion, and cultivating entrepreneurship with business persons like yourself. There are three objectives that the Urban Chamber of Commerce have decided to make an objective for the first 3 years. First, we are to identify and galvanize and organize local business stakeholders seeking to be a part of a cohesive plan and agenda for a community of transformation. We're going to do that economically, socially, and environmentally. Secondly, We're to assess available resources in our local area and region through effective asset mapping, as well as seeking financial opportunities that align with the objective of bringing equity to an underserved population within the cities and counties represented. Thirdly, we're to assemble a competent group of thought leaders, business subject matter experts, and interdisciplinary professionals within a community-led consortium who are committed to implementing strategies, programs, and solutions that will ensure the success of business owners and building sustainable business community as well. How will we do this? Well, through program services. First, we believe education is the key. Educating business owners, bringing opportunity and platforms that business owners can grow their businesses. That also comes through the community development. We understand that economic development is important as well. Membership services to undergird the needs of every business owner. And more importantly, changing policy, changing the direction of our communities. Allow me to say that most small business owners are doing local business, but here at the Urban Chamber of Commerce, our desire is to create a global mentality. Can you imagine doing business from the urban community, but touching the entire compass of not only Volusia and Flagler, but the state of Florida and beyond? So our objective is to help business owners expand their businesses. The Urban Chamber has a direct objective. First of all, to revitalize blighted business districts, creating a walking urbanism where there's walking traffic, where business owners can survive. We're also very strategic in building public-private partnerships. We've begun that process in the last year and a half and have great success of wonderful partners like many of you that are present today. Secondly, the Urban Chamber of Commerce desires to celebrate culture. Culture is a part of all of our existence. The culture in which we look through, our lenses in which we look through are valuable. And I believe the city of Daytona Beach, Volusia, and Flagler counties can really be enhanced by all of us celebrating those valuable traits that we all carry. And then lastly, we're, as an Urban Chamber of Commerce, are looking to impact what we call the tourism market in Volusia and Flagler County. And I realize that in the many years I've been here, over 50-something years or more, that we have never had, I call a viable opportunity to deal with the tourism market. And so that's one of the ideas with the business owners that we are seeking to sit down and say, how do we participate in this economy in our home called Volusia and Flagler counties? I want you to know today that all of us that are here, we want to do these things now in a very real way. First of all, we're now participating and embarking upon monthly training seminars, newsletters, executive team meetings every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. and our new member monthly meetings every fourth Friday at 7:30 a.m. As you can see, the quarterly meetings also that will take place. For the time that we've been allotted today, I want to first of all say thank you again to the VBR for this opportunity to introduce the Urban Chamber of Commerce of Volusia and Flagler counties. I want to say to you as well, you can reach out to us at businesswiththeyouth.org and also by phone at 386-400-8438. Again, you've been listening to Dr. Kennedy Jacobs introducing the Urban Chamber of Commerce of Volusia, Flagler County. Have a wonderful day.
Dr. Jacobs, thank you so much for that presentation. That was really informative and very chock full of information. All of these presentations will be hosted on VolusiaBusinessResources.com. You can check those out there, but go ahead and look at the websites. Please go directly to all of the presenters' websites and check those out. If you don't remember or can't find them, you can always go to VolusiaBusinessResources.com and just search Urban Chamber and it will come up for you. Our next presenter has a very special skill set. Whenever you are in his presence, he makes you feel like you are just the most important, the smartest, the most attractive person in the room. He just makes you feel good about being yourself. And now I would like to welcome the always buoyant and always entertaining Vice President for the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Joe Hearn. Joe? Joey there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we
All
cannot
right.
see you. Can we share your webcam?
Can you see me now?
No, I see your screen. Can you stop sharing your
Here,
screen?
let me see. Show my webcam. How about now?
There you are. Can you stop?
Right.
Do you have a presentation?
I do not.
Okay, then stop showing your screen, please. There you
How's
go.
that? All
Fantastic.
right. Little technical difficulties there. Good afternoon and buenos tardes. I'm excited to be here, and I just want to give huge kudos to Helga and Brad and Katrina and Heather and Tatiana and the entire Volusia County Economic Development team just for assembling this, for really bringing together the leaders in our community, the leading organizations that really are there to help the economic vitality and continue the positive growth in Volusia County. And it's just amazing what you do. I just enjoy the Volusia Business Resource Collaborative that you have put together. And I'm grateful that we live in a county that puts a focus and a forward-thinking mission with an incredible team of professionals to make that happen. So thank you very much for that. That's super important. I also want to say, I want to echo what Ken said. It's amazing the chamber professionals, the collaborations that all of them have. You know, I've been blessed to be part of many of the chambers in different capacities, and it's amazing how they all work together. And I have to say, we are truly blessed in Volusia County to have so many great professionals really working for our small businesses, making sure we're bringing in good jobs and large organizations, and it's just incredible to see the collaboration. And as Ken said, we probably are a model for many areas, and if we're not, we should be. So I am happy to be here today on behalf of the Volusia Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I am the Vice President. On behalf of our president, Lourdes Leon, she sends her regards and thanks all of you for tuning in today. We are very proud at the Hispanic Chamber to help connect Hispanic businesses with non-Hispanic businesses and to really broaden their market and to really mentor for a high level of entrepreneurship and encourage that we bring diversity and equity and inclusion in all our communities. We had the pleasure of an amazing, we're going on our 12th year as an organization, and we just had a huge celebration at One Daytona for our 10-year. It seems like yesterday, but I think it's been about a year and a half now, and it was just amazing to see the whole community come together. We have incredible collaborations and partnerships. We have alliances with, I think, just about every chamber, definitely on the west side with the Daytona Regional Chamber, and just more in the works. Over the past year, we have broadened our area. We are now serving Seminole County as well. We've always served Flagler. We are putting a higher emphasis on helping some of those businesses, and we are now serving Seminole County. What we found being based in West Volusia is there's so much crossover on the I-4 corridor with businesses who have a small business in Sanford, or they have a small business in DeBerry, for instance, or they have a construction business doing jobs in both of the counties. So we were finding that a lot of our Seminole County businesses were coming to our networking events and different things and engaging in our chamber. And I think that really made us realize there's an opportunity for our current membership to really grow their businesses and have an opportunity to serve even a larger group to help them succeed and continue in their efforts. You know, our mission statement is really just to be there for the Hispanic community, but to be there for all our businesses within our local communities and work with them in how they can work together to build their business, build opportunities, help that transition if there is language barriers. Our president, Lourdes Leon, is really taking the workforce very serious. It's a major concern for many organizations right now. Even as a small business owner myself, I see the challenges that we have She will actually be in DC next week, working on some immigration things that she's been asked to sit on, to see how we can get more workforce here, especially for our farmers organizations and our big factories, and how we can collaborate. Also very involved with all the different consulates. I can't tell you how many times she's been in Miami or Orlando at this one, and it's just really exciting that she's able to help transition those people who are coming to our country, but getting them work ready. We work on working with other organizations, just like I was super excited this week to see an email come through from business manager Brad Harris with Volusia County Economic Development that the Spanish platform is now available. So, helping businesses understand that there is a huge Hispanic population within our market in Volusia County and also within the state of Florida. And making sure that there is a connection, there's a feeling of inclusion, that they are a big part of the success as a whole for the state of Florida, for the economic growth in the state of Florida, and how they contribute is critical in what we do. The fun stuff. So, of course, the culture comes in. So our events are just so much fun. We do a couple major events each year. One is our healthcare awards. There is a lot of Hispanics in the healthcare industry, and the healthcare is just such a vital part of our everyday lives. We are fortunate to have major organizations and major hospitals who support us, from Advent Health to Halifax, Family Health Source, and it just goes, Vitas, so many go on and on. And we recognize them once a year. Last year, we partnered with Daytona State College, and we had a wonderful healthcare legacy where we recognized everyone from the CEO to the janitor to whoever was nominated and actually won, to doctors, to the CNA, to the RNs, to everyone. So that's one of our big events, and we're looking forward to that in the spring of 2023. Our big event, where we really have an opportunity to empower and elevate Hispanic Latinas in our community, is our iLatina Gala, which started out as a luncheon years ago, and now it has escalated into this amazing gala where you see all of these just inspiring and incredible Hispanic women from all different cultures. I mean, on our board alone, we've got Peruvian, Colombian, Venezuelan, they're gonna kill me if I forget somebody, Mexican, Puerto Rico, so much diversity. But this event here really elevates the female entrepreneurship, female leaders in our community. Companies have an opportunity to nominate someone, everyone from a doctor, we've had scientists to artists, and then we have this huge gala with lots of energy and so much fun, and salsa, live band, and then we just bring them up on stage and we really just celebrate the efforts that they put forth. On a regular basis, Katrina, I could talk all day, so I'm going to try to pull this in right now. I just get excited about this industry. I get excited about what Volusia County is doing, and how you're just really supporting the growth and how you're supporting business. But needless to say, we have weekly networking events called Cafe Con Leche. We do them on different sides of the county, from the east to the west, so everyone can take part. Please go to www.volusiachamber.org and you can learn so much more. And please join us at one of our next events. I think you will be hooked. And like Ken said, join every chamber. Build your business, keep growing. This market there is so much work out there, so much opportunity. Build your network and make a difference for your organization, for your staff, and for your growth. Thank you so much for having us today.
Joe, thank you so much. That was, I mean, your passion is just, it's contagious. We have come to the end of our presentations, and I am just so humbled by all of these amazing professionals, these chamber professionals, everything that they have to offer. I'm humbled, and I am so grateful to all of you for being here. Just quickly, I want to say, please go to volusiabusinessresources.com. When you get there, on that homepage, there's a little pop-up. It says, take the survey. Please take the survey. That's what helps us develop programs. This is the business's opportunity. It is your voice. Please use that. We share this information back and forth among the chambers and all of the other different organizations that have presented. Thank you for being here for day 4 of Volusia Business Resources Week. And to all my panelists, thank you again so much. We cannot do this without you. Goodbye.